Hello, this is Alexander Nakos, and I am going through my Messenger PY assignment number 2. So here I am importing all of the libraries that we will need. The get opt library is what I found to be best to parse the arguments in the command line. So here we're getting the command line arguments, and here I'm getting the length of the arguments, asking if the length is less than 1, saying please enter the port number because that is invalid. And then I am setting the port equal to args0. If args length is greater than 1, then the host is going to be equal to args1, otherwise host is going to be localhost. I'm setting a default timeout, and in line 28, I'm asking if the arguments are equal to -L, then this is the server that we're working with. So I have the server socket initialization here, setting the socket here, binding the socket to the host and the port, then having the server socket listen, and then I am setting sock and addr equal to server socket.accept. So those will be the tuples that will be received back. Otherwise, in the else statement, we have the client that is being initialized. So I'm simply just initializing the client socket and then connecting the client socket to the host and the ports. And here I have my send message method. And in the send message method, this is going to be this is what's going to be called / targeted in my thread here. So in this thread here, send mthread, we're using the send message method, which is waiting for standard input. And while there is standard input a message, it's going to send it via the sock variable that we had set up here. And then it's going to encode that message, and then it's going to keep repeating until there is no more standard input. So that then is called by this thread here. And so when this thread, the screen blip there. So then this thread is starting. And so then we get to the point here where I'm asking if a message has been received. And so this via sock.receive 1024, if that is true, it's going to be set to mReceived. Otherwise, mReceived is going to be equal to false, which is important for this while loop down here. So now we have that while loop, and so we're saying while mReceived. So while it is essentially anything but false, we're going to print what that message is and decode it. And so then we're going to keep trying through that loop again and again and again, and if it isn't received, it's going to be false, which will then terminate this loop. And finally down here, we have the join of timeout1, which is going to terminate this thread, and then we have the sock.close, which is going to close that socket. If we are in the server, it's going to server socket.close, and then we have an OS exit. So that's it. Thank you very much.